Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Healing Through Writing. Whew. So, I have some background noise of neighborhood frolicking of big machinery. Don't know what's going on. I have potential for a husband interrupting when he arrives home. So, those are my little heads up for today. Today is a Friday. Looking forward to the weekend. Hopefully I'll get some things done, but I want to share with you the next 3 writing prompts. So I completed that this morning. I wrote in my gratitude journal and my regular journal, so I'll share those entries with you. And you can take it or leave it, but it's pretty interesting. So let's get to, now my cat just walked in and she ran in and she opened the freaking door. So now that means that people think this is an open forum. So she might start freaking out because she gets anxious when she doesn't get attention. And she's going to start messing in my closet. Okay. Well, let me read the prompts. Shoot. Look at her. Look at that little Pika. Playful kitty Pikachu. She wants to play peekaboo. Pika. Check out her playlist. She has her own playlist. Are you going to come up here? No. Okay. Oh my gosh. Too funny. Anyway, what can I'm going to put this so you can see something and not be annoyed at all my distractive writing. Okay. This is good. Prompt number 51. I'm going to read the prompt twice and then share what I wrote. Prompt number 51. Do you believe in karma? Has it ever paid you a visit? If so, why? Prompt number 51. Do you believe in karma? Has it ever paid you a visit? If so, why? Now, as I was responding to this prompt, I realized that, and I wrote a note, a lot more can be written on this topic. So this is my response. Yes, I believe in karma. It is known as the Great Law, the law of cause and effect. For every action, you will get an equal reaction. It is not within our power to determine the outcome. Perhaps it is up to God, the universe, or maybe it is part of our blueprint. It helps to operate from the place of do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I hope to be building positive karma each day by being less selfish and more in the helping others mindset. So that's my response. That's what I thought. There's so much more. I didn't really even answer the question. So, maybe there's a book to be written about that. Okay, next prompt. Prompt number 52. If you had a theme song that played every time you entered a room, what would it be? Who would sing it? This is pretty interesting too. Okay, prompt number 52. If you had a theme song that played every time you entered a room, what would it be? Who would sing it? Yesterday, I did a love reading, my first reading that I was quote unquote called to do, called A Message of Love. As it turns out, in that reading, I referenced a song I heard recently that reflected back on a period in my life back in the early 1980s when I was heavily into the group The Pretenders. Chrissie Hynde is a delicious mix of Chrissie Hynde is a delicious mix and amalgamation of feminine and masculine that I always admired. And the song Message of Love is an anthem I choose to play on a loudspeaker as I entered a room. So that was kind of interesting. I remember the song came on the radio. It was probably a Sirius Rock and Roll Hall of Fame channel, or maybe the First Wave channel on Sirius XM. And yeah, I was like, I love this song. And I always love that. And plus, Middle of the Road, I think, is another one of my favorites. But yeah, I used to own the Pretenders cassettes. I think at one time I had 3 of them. So I was into them back in the day. Okay, next prompt. Prompt number 53. How do you think outside the box? Prompt number 53. How do you think outside the box? Thinking outside the box subconsciously requires the prerequisite of embracing our authenticity and the confidence to speak our truth. Outside the box thinking is the first step to owning who you are at the very core of your being. The second step requires action. And that, my friends, is what can hold people stagnant in the hanged man position. It is time for us to release from the fear of judgment and acceptance. It is time to embrace our creativity and uniqueness. And that is prompts number 51 through 53 of 400 writing prompts. Now, I will share my gratitude journal. So, Friday, January 19th, 2024. Sometimes it is wonderful to have someone take care of your every need and prepare breakfast for you. Most days, my husband spoils me with such an indulgence, and I am truly grateful when he does this for me. Today, I exercised my ownership and made breakfast for myself. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but I was able to see each ingredient and think of how truly grateful I am for being able to nourish my body with 2 eggs fried in butter in a pan with a shake or 2 of fresh ground pepper, sea salt, and a pinch or 2 of shredded cheddar cheese, accompanied by multi-seeded bread with cottage cheese and a sprinkle of everything bagel seasoning, and delicious hot coffee with French vanilla creamer. I really enjoyed every ingredient. And I did it myself. Yay! It's not that I can't do it, it's just normally my husband beats me to it. So that was nice to do this morning. Okay. And in my journal. So that was my gratitude journal. Now my regular journal entry for today. Friday, January 19th, 2024. January is a tough month to keep the pace and enthusiasm going, especially after such a gung-ho start on January 1st. I am now in the middle to end of the month and finding the consistency of habit and commitment to be challenging. I don't know if it is the lazy, cold days of winter or the feeling of hibernation that is taking over my sense of motivation. to accomplish my goals and get things done. It really requires me to give myself an extra push and then applause and a pat on the back when I even get one thing done. I guess gentleness is required so as to not further any feelings of failure or not being good enough. I need to celebrate even the smallest of victories with excitement and aplomb. And for some reason, I wanted to use the word aplomb, and I had to look it up to make sure I was using it correctly. And that's just how I roll. So hopefully, some of my writing might have inspired you to pick up your journal, your notebook, and jot down some thoughts. I really find that writing is healing. Now, I was like, oh man, I gotta write. Even before I picked up these 3 journals, I was like, oh, I really gotta do it. And I don't want to see it as a chore. I want to see it as something exciting that I do and like a habit that I do every day. But it seems like it's being maybe 2 to 3 times a week that I'm able to do this, which, hey, it's better than none, right? So again, celebrating the small victories, being gentle with yourself, and feeling good about yourself after you spend the time with your thoughts, your experiences, and who you are at the very core. I hope you have a wonderful day and take some time and do some writing.